Hey, what's going on everybody? Gus here. How you guys doing today? So, we are clickety-clacking our way through another keyboard today. It's a 60% keyboard from Royal Kludge called the RK61. And yes, 61 keys, 60% layout, so 61 in the name. I do not like these naming convention schemes things. But anyway, aside from the name thing, this is trying to deliver for a good price a nice feature set without letting you guys down in the quality department. So, does it? Okay, so let's pick this thing apart real quick. You can get the RK61 for 50 bucks quite consistently, and in fact, depending on the options you choose for, you can actually grab it for around 44, 45 bucks. So this is probably going to be a sub $50 keyboard for you. Now, in terms of accessories and presentation, just a plain box, keyboard inside, USB Type-C cable, keycap puller, stickers, and a manual, and that's it. You're not trying to reinvent the wheel or anything. And in terms of options, you can go for white with blue illumination, black with yellow illumination, or black or white with full RGB illumination. And I mean, it's okay. It's not the best illumination ever, but the actual construction with the plate underneath the keycaps being white helps spreading all that lighting around. So yeah, it does a good job. In terms of feature set, you got a 60% layout that's easy to just make do with any type of desk setup, with real true mechanical switches that are either tactile browns, really clicky blues, or red linear ones that are all soldered on, so this is not supporting hot swap. Plus, you can just take it out of your desk, put it on a backpack, and take it to work when that eventually becomes a thing again, because 2020, right? It also brings wireless to the table. This is a USB Type-C, but right underneath you can turn on Bluetooth right here. Now, there are a couple of interesting things about the experience of using the RK61, which are as follows. There are no height adjustable feet or any sort of height adjustment to this keyboard at all. It's either this size and ergonomic layout works for you or it doesn't, and you like. And I also feel like it's important to point out that I've seen tons of comments saying that the Keychron K6, that keyboard right there, is a bit too high. And this is barely, like maybe 1 or 2 millimeters shorter, I'd say 1, than the K6. So if that keyboard is too high for you, this is also probably going to be too high for you. So look at a wrist rest or something of the sort in order to make actually using it a little bit better. Next, it's a full plastic build that feels really solid, so that's not really a concern. But the actual keycaps are double shot ABS, and that's one thing that I found, yeah, it's probably gonna pick up on finger oils like crazy, and it doesn't. There's a little bit of a texture on every key that makes it ever so slightly more pleasant to type on, and it doesn't pick up on finger oils all that much. So again, smart decision on the actual design for the keycaps. Now, the wireless connection is Bluetooth. It can connect to up to 3 different systems: Windows, Mac, iOS, and Android. So you can mix and match across everything, and the connection is actually really solid. And despite having a 1450 mAh cell compared to the 4000 of the Keychron, it actually works really well. I've been charging this thing like once every week, almost 2 weeks, depending on how much I've been using it. That's a really good number. Now, the build is hefty, but once you get into it, you see a lot of unused space, which instantly makes me think, I'm gonna mod this thing and insulate every little nook and cranny inside of this board. But then there's the other part where this is not hot swappable. So unless you want to go like really crazy, desolder everything, customize it, and then put it back together, soldering all things back up, good luck. I mean, really, if you choose to do that, good luck. That said, this keyboard, as it is out of the box with tactile switches, is quite loud. Take a listen. that case ping though, sheesh. Yeah, I'm probably going to mod this thing as to the best of my abilities. I'm going to try it. I just have to. But moving on, the one thing that I thought was going to be a complete deal breaker, but it turned out to be more of a nuisance, was the fact that to access the arrow cluster, which is something that I use a lot, all the time, across my entire workflow, you have to go back and forth through a couple of modes. And all the modes, the commands, and the shortcuts that you need to understand and use in order to be able to take advantage of everything that's, written at face value and everything that the RK61 can do, it's easy to accomplish. And you have a user manual to actually help you, memorize all that stuff. Most of it is fairly straightforward and intuitive just by looking at the actual keyboard. But having to go back and forth through different layers to access the arrow cluster, and it's something that kind of... for normal day-to-day stuff, like responding to emails, writing, and that sort of shenanigans, it was cool. I could work around it. It's just that I don't see any real benefit to doing all that for all that work. Since I already have a 65% keyboard sitting right there, that's all modded up, perfectly ready to go, and it's not really that much bigger, to be honest. So those are kind of my major remarks about the RK61. And it's not to say that it's a bad keyboard. Quite the contrary, I like it. It's a neat, small, loud little board that has a lot of potential. And I really do think it's a really great option for, a first step into mechanical keyboards of this caliber, of this size, type of layout, especially if you're someone who would benefit or would like the ability, at least, to use it wireless for once in a while, either on the go or on your own setup to eliminate clutter and that sort of stuff. And that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, so like, subscribe, hit the bell, leave any comments or suggestions down below as usual if you're feeling like it. Keep an eye out for more videos coming up shortly. Thanks a lot for watching. This is Gus, and I'll catch you guys later.